But let's talk a little bit about what this curriculum means and what it's about. It's about people with all sorts of disabilities. It's about children and adults. It's about people that have severe problem behavior and those who don't. It's about people who don't have a method of speaking, or they have a method of speaking, but it's never going to last them a lifetime, and they're constantly away from it. And it doesn't fit the CAFE criterion. Remember that. Mm-hmm. Continuously available, frequently used, and effortless. That's very easy to remember. If it doesn't pass that muster, it doesn't have much chance of getting to the rest of your life, or to last, or to occur in circumstances other than the circumstance in which it was taught. So Essential for Living is about a method of speaking. It's about the importance of having a method of speaking, and then teaching those listener responses that make a difference in your life, that would permit you as an adult to be able to be in and about the community. First off, to make your family life better, then to make your life in the community better, and then to give you a sense of personal accomplishment and satisfaction and fulfillment. And that starts with a speaking repertoire, but it also includes other listener skills. You have to wait, and you have to accept no, and you have to share, and you have to take turns, and you have to transition, and you have to learn to do things you don't want to do. And if you, to the extent that you don't learn those kind of things, your life will be restricted. That's why we designated them the Essential 8, because if you don't learn those skills, then your life as an adult is severely restricted. In fact, you don't have to wait for it to be restricted as an adult. It's restricted right now. It's restricted right now. And then we put all these accommodations and all these supports in that we don't fade. Well, what happens? You have to have those accommodations maybe the rest of your life. You know? Then what do you do? And then what do you do when you go someplace where the accommodations aren't there and people will not provide them? Then what happens? Then where are you? You know? And so we've just got to teach stuff like waiting and no. We have to teach it. Or we're ending up a place we don't want to be. You know? As hard as it is. And we can start in and teach it gently and teach it easily and do our best to avoid the tantrums, but we won't avoid them. We can just lessen the frequency of them and make sure people are safe. And Essential for Living tries to make sure that it reaches out to people who have that level of behavior, who need that sort of teaching. They need to be taught those skills. But above all is the man, and always will be. We have little shirts that we had made up years ago, and it says on the front of the shirt, it's all about mans. It says it very simple. It's all about mans. Because it is. It is all about mans. No's terribly hard without mans. Waiting's terribly hard without mans. Transitioning's terribly hard without mans. But when you can control a small portion of your life, accepting someone else's control of other portions becomes a whole lot easier. A whole lot simpler. And so that's what we try to do. And of course you can't have a man without a method of speaking. You have to have a way to exhibit your man. And that's the other part of Essential for Living that's really, really, really important. So whenever somebody asks you, they say, what's different about Essential for Living other than it looks complicated? What's different about it? First I'd like to hear people say is it's about a method of speaking. And it's about essential 8 skills that will get you to a happy and fulfilling adult life. That's what I'd like people to say. And then if you want to add in the little piece, and besides that it scores small increments of progress, that'd be nice too. I'd love to hear that too, because I'd love that to be a part of what people value in it.